It's kind of a mixture, but I got you.
Yeah,
all right.
call me.
I'll be calling you. All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anthony.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, if somebody wants to donate a gasoline card, because you got to drive around to do all of this stuff.
You know what? I use all my own money for gasoline, and yeah, I could definitely use it.
Now, here's a question. This organization, if they donate money, is it a tax write-off?
Oh, great question. 501c3, absolutely.
Okay.
We are tax deductible, so anybody that wants to be able to write off $10,000 next year, I'll be able to help them.
Yeah, if there's any big organization out there, big
Yes.
business out there,
Yes.
or if any government agency wanted to donate some money, there's not a problem with that at all.
No, not at all.
You know, money, you can help a lot of people with money.
Yeah, we need money, and we need volunteers, and of course applications for beds. Those are the three things that I need. All three of those.
Right, and at a website now, not only just for Pahrump, but you have 25 chapters.
No, I didn't finish telling you that story.
Okay, go ahead.
It went from 20 chapters 2 years ago. It just exploded across the United States, and now we're at 162 chapters.
Excellent.
Coast to coast, almost one in every state. We are the only one in Nevada so far.
Okay.
I would love for Las Vegas Valley to start up a couple, and of course Reno and Elko, and there's places that could use it, but we're just going to focus on Pahrump.
Right.
And when that gets done, then we're going to work our way through Nye County and take care of the rest of the little towns.
Excellent. So that way, a person could even turn around and volunteer saying that a bed has to be donated to Northern Nye County. They can pick up the bed from you and deliver it and make sure that the person signs for it. And so that's a volunteer. They can deliver the bed for you.
We do need volunteers to deliver beds.
Okay.
But yeah, that's...
So there's nothing that somebody, if you got a car with a trailer or a pickup truck, you could help out by doing that. You could get a gas card to Gary. You could, now if somebody went on a website, wanted to donate money and said they wanted for 89048 zip code, they can get you the money.
Yeah, if you go to our headquarters website, which is shpbeds.org, and then say you go to the donate button, and you can sponsor a whole bed or a pillow or 10 beds or whatever you want to do, and then it's going to say
if they get 10 people to donate to make
Yes.
one bed,
Yes.
it's one bed more
Yes,
than you got.
exactly. But it's going to ask, do you want to put this to a specific chapter, and then you click yes on that button, and it'll go through all the states, and you just go to Nevada and click on that, and then we'll get credit for it.
Okay, good, very good. Yeah. Now, who was the guy that started this?
His name is Luke Mickelson.
Okay.
And Luke, what a great guy. I mean, all of the board of directors, I think, were with him from the very beginning. They're all just the neatest people you'd
The Guinness World Book of Record thing happening on the 15th of June?
Yes, it is. Because all of our chapters, or most of them anyways, are signed up to participate with this June 15th bed build. It's actually called Bunks Across America. And so all the chapters are going to build, and we're going to see how many we can do. And originally they were talking about, the goal that they had set was like 2,500 bunk beds, which is 5,000 kids. But recently they sent us an email to update all of our estimates, and it looks like now we're up to 3,000 bunks, which is 6,000 kids. And yes, Guinness Book of World Records is monitoring this, and we are setting a world's record. So anybody that comes on that day and helps can can have the bragging rights that they are
So
part
what
of
we
a
should
world's record.
So what we should do is we should try to get the people into Pahrump to make that Pahrump made the most beds.
You know what? I would love that. But honestly, there's some chapters that have been doing it for a couple years, and they're going to make 100 beds.
Yeah.
You know, I would be glad to make 20.
Okay, but that's all right. We got to get involved starting
Yes,
somewhere.
maybe, but it's going to be an annual event.
Okay.
So now we got next year. We can start planning for next year.
Exactly
And
right.
then we can be the biggest.
Right, and then the people that show up this year can turn around and tell their friends about it
Yes.
for next year
Yes.
and get moving faster.
And I'm hoping that the people that are volunteering this year, that they would be interested in coming back for other bed builds that we're just having locally here. It's not a national thing. It's not a national thing, but just something we're having right here in Pahrump.
And they can come there, maybe we can get somebody that's there to just start taking names and phone numbers down for people that are willing to deliver the beds, help build the beds.
Yes.
And maybe people can go out and raise money to do
You know
that.
what? Yes, if somebody wants to have a car wash and donate the money, or a bake sale, or there's just a million ways
Right.
to get involved.
Yard sales.
Yes.
Okay.
You can get involved so many ways. Moose Lodge had a dinner for us, and they handed us some money, and
Excellent.
it's just.
It's a great community.
I am so excited. You know.
Let me tell you something. You know, I say stuff that's not good about Pahrump, but I really love Pahrump. I've been here 21 years. I don't want to go nowhere.
I'm staying until I die.
Yeah.
I love it here.
I love it. It's just that, you know, my whole thing is I don't like the people that run it, but we're not going to talk about that today.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you could get a lot of people in this community, and people are looking to do stuff, and you know what? If a mother and father have young children, they could come there and teach their kids that they should do things for the community, too.
Yes. Although we do have that age stipulation.
Yeah, but they can watch.
If they want to just stand there and watch the other,
Right.
that we can, or come by and visit and
Yeah.
then leave or whatever.
And let me tell you, young people, their brain just consumes everything, and you may get some kid that doesn't know what direction he wants to go,
Yeah.
and turn around and say, hey, you know what, I enjoyed watching that, maybe I want to be a carpenter.
Right.
And stuff like
Right.
that. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Support for KPFF comes from B&P Dirtwork. B&P Dirtwork offers all-purpose backhoe for driveways and fifth wheel pads, digging trenches, clearing lots and fields, and more. B&P Dirtwork is licensed, insured, and happy to work for you. More information at 702-540-0961.
Following your direction.
Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, and just go wherever you got to go.
Yeah.
961.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Being
All
myself.
statements
Just
heard on
getting
this station
people
are
to
that
get
of the program
excited about
hosts,
health.
co-hosts, guests, and callers alone, and are not necessarily those of this station
Yes,
or its
sir.
affiliates.
Hello, this is LD.
just gonna make
Lazy
an
Dog
announcement
Michael
when we
John.
come back. Get
I'm
the
going
phone
to
number
host
again,
a
and
show
we'll get it.
Yeah.
Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. called Lazy Dog's Front Porch. Why don't you come on by, crawl up on the porch, pull up a chair, and join me. We're going to have a good time. We're going to chat about this and that, everything else. We might even become interesting. We'll just see where it goes. Sunday night, 7 p.m. on KPFF.
Hello, listeners. Want to know what talk programs are broadcast by KPFF? The KPFF program guide is now on our Pahrump Film Festival website. If you want to see what's coming up this week on KPFF, just go to www.pahrumfilmfestival.org. As programs are added or changed, so will the guide. That's www.pahrumfilmfestival.org for the best talk programs in Pahrump.
This is 97.7, Pahrumps Community Radio Station.
And welcome back. Our phone number, call in any questions, 775-751-2579. Support for KPFF is brought to you in part by Pure Communication, internet service provider for Pahrump and the surrounding community. Pure Communication at 702-628-5662. Now, that's a sponsor, and today we're looking for people to sponsor, volunteer, donate money and everything to Gary's cause, and that's why he's here today. We met at the car show a couple of weeks ago, and then the bike run, and he was He has a tent out there and he puts a bed together and he shows people what's going on and exactly how it looks, and it's very sturdy. The thing will probably last for 100 years. Okay, so probably could be passed down.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not a piece of garbage. It's something that's well constructed, and it's constructed with the goodness of the people who do it. Okay, because they want to do that, and that's how a community comes together when people are doing it not for any gain of their own, they're doing it for others.
This is all volunteer.
That's the best.
From the CEO down.
Okay.
Nobody gets paid.
We got a caller?
Hey, you got a caller.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Raider Flagman here. Gary Bennett. Raider Flagman, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Flagman, I give you a honk every time I go by.
I appreciate it. That's what keeps me going. I get an adrenaline rush when people honk and wave.
God bless you,
It's
sir.
gonna be my demise someday when it's 115 and people keep honking. I'm just gonna drop right away. Which would be not a bad way to go.
Really?
If it's instantaneous.
Yeah.
Hey, so you're on wood chips, you know, and not too far from me. I'm 2300 south, Big Sky, which is only a quarter mile off of wood chips. How much farther south are you?
If you go south from the school bus barn, it's pretty close to a mile, maybe half a mile. On the left-hand side, the property is actually owned by Sharon Tate. And Sharon is one of the owners of Secret Sisters. Mm-hmm. And shout out to them because she lets us use that. I've known Sharon for a few years now because she golfs out at Mountain Falls, and I used to work there as a cart guy, so I got to know her. And then when she found out we needed a space, she showed me this. It's equestrian property, but they don't have any horses, and so that worked out perfect for us. And
those are mainly 2.5 out there. I used to have some property out there.
Hers is 5 acres.
A little farther south than 1 mile from 272.
She's got 5 acres fenced. It's a beautiful
5
house.
acres?
Yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
So yeah, it is. It really is. So, but are you going to come out on the 15th?
No, I won't be there.
Oh.
And the reason why is how would you say, I've dedicated my whole deal as far as the law and the system, the corrupt system that we got out here trying to change things. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, Gary. For the last 21 complete years, I'm in my 22nd year.
Okay.
And I find when I wander from there, all of a sudden I lose track. I got to concentrate on one thing.
All right.
One goal, and to stop what's going on out here because it's horrible. Anybody that sits in these courts, it actually takes time to sit. They can verify what I'm saying. I sit in as a court observer for 17 years now, and it's outrageous how people get punished and how they get bled for their money because that's what the system is all about. What you're doing is admirable, and I appreciate it. I know a lot of people will appreciate all this help that you're giving them. I've seen you on Channel 25.
Kind words, sir. Thank you.
Where you were talking to Deanna and about the beds and everything else.
Yes, sir.
And that's your mission, and I applaud you for it.
Thank
and
you.
there's another thing people should realize. The feeling of accomplishment every day is what life is all about.
Amen.
When you help people, you get that feeling. I know, I help people, and I feel good about it.
Yes, sir.
I get put down a lot of times. They say, what's wrong with you, how that person didn't deserve it. Well, I don't try to analyze, the merits to it or whatever. I do what I think is right. And a lot of these retirees out here, they'll find that if they were to participate in your program, they're going to feel better. Instead of just laying around all day watching TV or whatever, or going to the casinos, you get that feeling of accomplishment. I've been retired 41 years, and I found from day one, if I wasn't doing something where I felt good at the end of the day, then it was just useless to be even hanging around.
From your mouth to God's ears.
How do you feel about that?
No, yeah, you're awesome. You're right.
Well, maybe we could get Gary to bring you some flyers he can make up a couple of flyers, and while you're out there with the flag, you can hand it to people and stop and talk to you.
Anybody that stops to talk to me, I can
There you go.
easily do that.
I'll stand out there with you with one of my banners.
See, so everybody can play a part even while you're doing. That's what I try to do is multitask.
Yes.
So you'd be able to do everything at once. So
Gary, whenever you see me out there, if you want to, walk with me for a little bit and with your banner or whatever,
I would be honored.
wonderful.
I would be honored just to walk with you.
Sometimes I know when Louis Cameo was running for justice of the peace, I had my lady friend Cynthia Bishop. She walked with it. The Cameo sign up and down the highway. The only thing is, she was looked so sexy. I said, I don't know if anybody's reading the sign. That's how it is. And tomorrow, Anthony, we got a big day because Barry has got the final sentencing for his case.
Really?
And I think they're looking for a conviction. That's what they say. No matter whatever his health condition is, they want it on the record. They got this guy. His case was dismissed in justice court the other day because Don Cherez, one of the new assistant DAs, said if this guy's in that bad a shape, we're not going to prosecute him. I want to dismiss the case in front of Lisa. So it's dismissed as far as obstruction of justice with the badges. But he's coming up again tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be there because his lawyer said he's in no condition. So I just want to update you on that one. And that's law in motion in front of Lane. And that's going to go for about 3 hours. Lane does the 3-hour sentencing and things like that, probation violation.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to be there. I'm building a ramp for a disabled veteran tomorrow. So
I heard that you're going to be working on the ramp. I hear things are going a little bit better at your place too, huh?
Yes. Well, everything takes time. Everything gets done, and everybody has to have patience. And I try to have patience, and sometimes it doesn't work. So I just have to run into the bedroom and scream. But that's about it.
I think a lot of the problems are over with because of today. But it's feeling that the guys did what they're supposed to do. That's what the message I got anyway.
Yes.
Let me ask Gary one question about the detention center. I see these buses going by all the time. Are they able to see me on the street through those little windows on the buses?
Yeah, they sure can.
For what?
Yeah, the windows are barred, but they can still see out. So.
All right, because I always wave at them and stuff like that. And they see me with two guns and the flag and the silver. I don't know if they think this guy's a whacker or whatever.
Yeah.
But I see the buses go by, and that's just transportation, right, from the detention center to Vegas to the federal building or the courthouse?
Yeah, they move them around to different places. When I was at the detention center, we used to have to take them to court every day and back. And some of them would be released or whatever, and so they didn't come back, or we'd go on a hospital run or something like that. So there's all kinds of reasons that they move these guys around. So.
And are the buses loaded, or you do it for like 2 or 3 people?
If it's 2 or 3, they usually use a van or a car.
All right, that's what the sheriff's office is using now.
Right.
They're going to be taking in a new program with the sheriff's department as far as, let's see, illegals, I think it is. They're going to give them beds, and they're going to charge $92 a day for the beds. And this is the bad part about it. They're going to move the inmates from Pahrump up to Tonopah. They're going to refurbish the Tonopah jail, move them so they can have the beds down here. All the families of the inmates down here won't be able to visit now. They're going to have to go 160 miles to Tonopah.
Well, they could do it electronically.
Right.
Ship them up electronically?
No, they turn around and...
Advanced or what?
No, they can go to the detention center here because you don't have contact with them anyway, and they just pick up the phone and what the phone does is, like the guys, what they do is when somebody's name comes up, they yell that person's name, they go over to the phone, they pick it up, and the person on the other side. So they'll be able to do that.
It's a teleconference.
Yeah, teleconference.
And I wonder if putting money on the books would be the same way.
Same thing.
Yeah?
Doesn't make a difference.
So it'd just be long-distance communication instead of close by.
Yes.
I got you.
Yeah, it's no
I
problem.
still don't like the idea of shipping everybody here. And they've got those, like Gary was saying, they've got the small vans or whatever. I just seen one the other day. And they're going to be driving into Vegas, Nye County, to pick them up and then bring them here too. They're also paid somewhat for that.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Transport is big money. But let me tell you something. They should leave the regular people here and put the illegals up there because nobody's going to go visit them and they can do it electronically. They're going to waste money. See, this is... Oh, I don't want to talk about that today. But
don't get him started.
They may only be here for a couple weeks or something like that. We're going to ship them up there, be transporting them back and forth, and we can just solve the problem.
I think they should just put them in front of
it already, and it's gonna. They're gonna. I think it's first year is going to be a break-even year, and then Berukowitz says they're going to start making money after the first year, so we'll see where that goes, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Gary for being on the air. A lot of people listen to the station, and they're going to pick up on it. And I like what I see on the TV also, don't get me wrong. But I always end my calls with, I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. Keep the faith and power to the people. Ray the Flag Man, over and out.
God bless you, Ray.
Power to the people, Ray.
God
That's
bless
for sure. So, yeah, what we could do is, I'll call Ray when I leave here, and he probably can hear me now anyway. And if he tells anybody about the 15th, they could call me, and then I'll turn around.
Pass it
And
on.
you're going to give me your phone number and everything before you leave again. Write it down for me. And, but yeah, this is something that's very good for our community. And even if we get young people just to watch what's going on too, and their parents should bring them just to participate in a community effort to help other people. That's something that you really need to learn when you're young. I mean, my parents, my father was an AN vet, my mother was auxiliary, and we used to have bake sales at J.C. Penney's.
Yeah.
They would give us the front door, and we would have bake sales and everything like that, and turn around and get money. And my mom and the other women from the auxiliary used to go to Sailor Snug Harbor and the Marine Hospital and everything for guys' birthdays and stuff like that who didn't have family or anything, or family didn't come because they were busy. And these guys, you know, we didn't have the technology and the people to donate money back then like we do now, where these guys have houses that are handicap accessible and stuff like that. A lot of guys lived in institutions because they were disabled.
Right.
So doing something for your community is very rewarding, and actually you should do it no matter what.
Correct. No, that's true.
No matter what, you know,
It's called doing the right thing.
Right. Most people who do the right thing never even tell you they're doing it.
Yeah, right. So, I do want to say one other thing real quick, since we were talking about the prison. The warden at this one, his name is Brian King, contacted me recently. And we haven't done it yet, but what we're trying to do is set up a shop in the prison where the inmates can actually make beds for our kids right here in our town. Now, it hasn't happened yet, but it's preliminary, but we're talking about it, and they've actually already raised some money and gave me some money, so I think they really want to do this, and I'm all for it if they want to do it, but...
Well, actually, my friend from New York, who is 40 years law enforcement, the guy who's in charge of CCA... worked for my friend.
Oh, cool.
So he could probably communicate with him to see if they can get that pushed.
Well, that's another thing. If we can get it going here, how many facilities across the country are near chapters, and this could be a pilot program that just goes nationwide.
Exactly.
That helps how many more kids?
Exactly. And not only that, it helps the inmates.
Exactly. They program. They have something to do. They're helping the community. They're fighting their case. This is a detention center.
Right.
So what I can do, what I offer to Warden Kane, anybody that is involved with this, I can actually print up something nice that they can show the judge when they're fighting their case that they're in this program that's building beds for our kids that will help them with their case.
Exactly. Probation, the whole bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah. No. Listen, that's a good thing. I'll tell you one thing. In our system, in